Hi guys, my name is Holly Huffman. I work for the IT department at Compact Power, and the purpose of this video is to provide an additional layer of training alongside the training that you guys are going to receive from your RSM on FieldOne. FieldOne is a software application that the IT department is releasing that will replace the service portal in the near future. It has a lot of cool features, including a knowledge base by model number, pictures for work orders and pieces of equipment. It allows for better notes tracking and all around allows for our field service teams to provide better customer service through technology. So we're really excited about it. The first portion that will be released is the asset tagging portion, which is a way for us to keep track of our customers' equipment more easily and more efficiently, and it's going to be a huge benefit both for us internally, for our field service teams, and for our customers. So everyone should have the FieldOne application on their tablets. If you do not see it on your home screen, just log on to your All Applications and select FieldOne. Once inside FieldOne, you're going to configure the tablet to see your specific user ID, and you do that through clicking Setup. When you receive this error message, if you look at the top right, it usually is syncing. So now that it's done, I'm just going to re-click Setup. And you'll see this screen pop up. Now, you're going to click on the line that says CRM, and this is where you're going to enter the URL. It's going to be https://cpes.compactpowerinc.com. The username is going to be your company email, and your password is your password to access your company email. I would leave this save password box checked so that you don't have to log in every time. And then at the top right, you're just going to click the circle that has the arrows. Once you do that, the tablet will start synchronizing the data. If this is your first time logging in, just give it a little bit of time. Second and subsequent times logging in will not be as slow, but the first time the tablet's going to try to configure, so it's going to take a little bit longer. Once you've logged in, you're going to select customer equipment, also asset tagging. This is just the one line or field where you guys are going to be living in to track and gather asset tagging information by our customers. So once I click on that, I'll see a list of every piece of equipment that we have internally listed for our customers. You'll see a search field here. Now you can search by serial number, model number, and multiple other fields, but most likely your search is going to be for the address code or store location that you're currently doing your asset tagging project at. So I'm going to type in a Lowe's location. I'm just going to hit search. So this is going to bring up a list of all the pieces of equipment that Compact Power has listed for Lowe's location 0416. I'm going to select a piece of equipment. Let's say I'm standing near the panel saw. And once I click that, on the right-hand side, it'll split the screen and it'll show you all of the fields associated with that panel saw. So I can see that this is a Lowe's 01 customer at store 416. There's an asset tag in there, but that is not the correct asset tag. So I'm going to be updating that field to the asset tag that I put on the machine. If there's any modifications to the serial number, equipment type, model number, that will all be done in here as well. You see a line for equipment status. There's only 3 equipment statuses: operable and inoperable, which is up and down, and then inactive. As Chris talked about, the inactive option is basically if a piece of equipment has completely left the store. So if we do an installation of a new panel saw and that panel saw is no longer valid, it's not at the store, and it's truly inactive, you'll just change that here and click check. And now we have tracked that this piece of equipment is truly inactive. Since it's not, I'm going to change it back real quick. All right, condition, Obvious, you're just gonna say the condition of the equipment. So for this, it's going to be good. The year that it was manufactured, if available, that field is not required. But if you have it, it's nice for us to have. So you would just enter that here. Okay, the date installed, also nice to have. So if you know the date installed, you can change that here. I'm not going to put that in there either. And then seller warranty down. All of these fields from here down are read only. So if Compact Power has received notice from a manufacturer and they have the seller and vendor warranties listed, then you guys will be able to see that here, but it is a read only field, so it will not be modifiable, but you will have access to see it. I'm going to scroll back up to the top here. All right, now at the bottom right-hand side, you see 3 tabs. The middle tab is very useful. It's the Notes tab. So I'm going to click on this. And if I want to add a note, I can click on this plus sign. And I'm going to give this a description. So let's say serial plate. And here's the fun part. So I can save this description, but then if I want to also take a picture of this, I can click from the notes screen this camera icon. So once I click this camera, it'll pop up the camera on my tablet, and I can actually take a picture of the serial plate on the unit and attach it. And then when I'm in the notes, see if I can do this real quick. So I can take a picture and I can save it. And once I do that, that's going to save over here. So you click save. I'm going to actually name this one serial plate save. And then when I scroll over to attachment, you'll be able to see that. And anyone else who logs in will be able to see this picture. So it's really beneficial if you guys are out there and you can, just to go ahead and grab a picture of that serial plate. Okay. So the only other thing that really I wanted to talk about as it relates to the asset tagging with FieldOne is the importance of checking when you're on site all of the equipment listed here prior to adding equipment into the system. So let's say it's not listed here. There's a plus sign at the top right hand corner, and this will allow you to add a piece of equipment into the system. Using all the same fields we just talked about, the same notes fields and everything, you'll have access to do that. However, if you see a piece of equipment, it might be one serial number off, but really it's one of these listed here. So it's better to come into here and modify the existing piece of equipment instead of adding a new one. So there are certainly times that we will need to add new equipment, but let's just make sure that when we are doing that, we've already checked that the equipment's not listed. It was just listed inaccurately prior. So that is the end. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to your RSMs. And as always, if there's a technical issue or a technical error, you can open up an IT ticket. Thanks.